It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From State Farm Arena, tonight it's the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Here comes the screen. To Capella. Runner here won't go. Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to appear in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
It's Atlanta ball to Kevin Huerter. Capella to Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. It's Middleton with the rebound. To P.J. Tucker. Off the assist.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
To Kevin Huerter. The Bucks clear the rebound. Holiday in possession. 8-0 is the score. To Antetokounmpo. Screen coming. Antetokounmpo to P.J. Tucker. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Giannis! Antetokounmpo! 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
The Hawks will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter.
I told you the screen was coming.
Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Bucks at the controls. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot. Has a chance. Doesn't get the bounce.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Kevin Huerter. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
It looks
Nothing going here on that drive. Giannis! Antetokounmpo! That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. To Kevin Huerter from long range. Off the iron. No good. Antetokounmpo. Nice pass to set things up. Not that. Followed up. Brook Lopez with the slam.
You see, Ed, that's the advantage of growing up playing with and against a twin. A lot of fights, a lot of physicality, and controlling the glass is everything.
He gets it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up a dozen. Tucker to Antetokounmpo. Here comes the screen. And 2 points to the board.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Here comes the screen. To Capella. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from long range. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Antetokounmpo. Rebound claimed by the Hawks. Bogdanovich here against P.J. Tucker. To Kevin Huerter. Clint Capella. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Bucks basketball to Antetokounmpo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Trae Young to Capella. Turns and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Tucker to Antetokounmpo. Whoa, what a finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Trae Young. Hawks with 4 to shoot. To Kevin Huerter. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. To Antetokounmpo. Lopez. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. And the basket good at the rim.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Now the Hawks coach going to call a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Trae Young. To Capella. Rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Bucks at the controls. To Teague. Holiday. Rebound comes to Atlanta. To Capella. And finishes strong.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Antetokounmpo to Holiday. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Williams, down low Capella. To Williams. Trae Young. 5 to shoot for Atlanta.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
Fires the three. Well defended.
He working for.
Giannis with it up top. Lead is 12. To Teague. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count the basket inside.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
To Antetokounmpo. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Williams to Trae Young. Down low Gallinari. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine, and you call it a day.
Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. Great dish to set it up. Drew Holiday. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
rebound taken down by the Bucks. Teague with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Capella down low and throws it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Giannis with it up top. They lead it by 14 to Teague. Antetokounmpo to Teague. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Bucks in control so far. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Tucker. Throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To DiVincenzo. Tucker. Drew Holiday. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Gets it down to Capella. Bobby Portis tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Holiday controls the basketball. Minute gone by in the second quarter. Dunn to Capella. To Williams. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. For 3, that's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Williams' shot won't go. Holiday in possession. His guys holding the big lead. To Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Lock up. Here you go. Play deep.
Dunn to Kevin Huerter. Here comes the screen. Dunn. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Has a look. Hill shot off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Dante DiVincenzo at the line. First try at the line, no good. Second to 3, got it. Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
I got this. Let's go. Here we go. I got him.
Fires the 3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Milwaukee with the basketball to P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Tucker to Holiday. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Has a chance. Won't go. He can do better than that. To Kevin Huerter.
Here we go.
Driving right to the basket. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Trae Young at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. The Bucks at the controls. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Drew Holiday. He's now 5 for 6.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Down for Collins and stuffs it home.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Trae Young. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. To Trae Young. Here's a chance from long range. And he still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Oh, and a putback.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
Greek Freak for 2. And scores on the step back. Trae Young, down low Collins, throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Lopez. It was right there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. The Hawks will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Trae Young. 4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The drive, right to the basket. John Collins, snatching it out of the air. Brook Lopez, he's 2 for 2 now.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Antetokounmpo. Knocked loose. Well, you can't do that.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. That's no good. Done. To Trae Young.
Hey, watch this screen left.
And scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Holiday. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Antetokounmpo. To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Trae Young. From the painted area, won't go down. To Lopez. Shot from the lane, won't go. From long range. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. Holiday to Antetokounmpo.
Double. Watch that cutter. Trap.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Trae Young to Chris Dunn.
Screen right.
To Trae Young. Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Middleton to Holiday. John Collins swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Trae Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Antetokounmpo. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark. Fires There's the three. Can't connect. It's no good. To Antetokounmpo. Beyond the arc for three. And he knocks it down, Jay.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Hawks with the basketball. Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter. Here comes the screen. Chris Middleton sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Huerter gets the two.
Probably option three right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Middleton. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Won't go. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. He was hacked. They let it go. To Capella. For three. Trae Young bothered just enough there. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Nope. First one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Hawks with the basketball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Hawks have it. Deep three. At the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we've reached the end of the first half. A very halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Hawks entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Hawks did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Bench points.
The Atlanta Hawks had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Bucks at the controls. T to P.J. Tucker. Jeff T. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Done. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Williams to Chris Dunn. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. Teague with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To P.J. Tucker. DiVincenzo. Now a steal by Atlanta.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
T to DiVincenzo. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
T to DiVincenzo. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Big finish at the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Teague with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here's a chance from long range, and it's Williams there for the rebound. Dunn to Capella. Off the assist.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Bucks basketball. Teague to DiVincenzo. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Chris Dunn. and counted at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And the nice finish at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Williams. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To P.J. Tucker. T. Here comes the screen. Clint Capella with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Williams across the timeline. Down a bundle. Lou Williams. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Williams. Now a steal by Milwaukee. T. Gets it in the right corner. Cruises inside for two.
We used to hear that saying all the time, a two is a two, keep it moving. Nah, a two isn't a two. It can be a dagger sometimes when a defense has mental lapse like that. He deflates the energy of the D by making easy lays.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Danilo Gallinari with a piece. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Jeff T. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Trae Young. John Collins, defended by Tucker. They work it to Capella, down low.
Hey, I'm hedging.
Bucks at the controls. Holiday to Middleton. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Tucker. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Trae Young. Defense making the ball carrier work. 4-3. Herder can't connect that time. Milwaukee with the basketball. Holiday to P.J. Tucker. Middleton gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. To Antetokounmpo. It's a big finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here's Atlanta. Chris Middleton sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Holiday. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line.
Coming right back to him.
Done. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. A drive, but he can't get it to go. To Middleton. Lopez. From long range. Missed it. To Chris Dunn. Nice pass to get things going.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Middleton. John Collins pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Lopez. Terrific vision. Brook Lopez. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Wide open look won't go. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Here's Lopez, down low. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Reset here. Let's see what they do. To Chris Dunn. Changes coming from both sides right now. Antetokounmpo. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Williams. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Williams into the front court. His guys down big. Layup goes down. Well done.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Baseline drive. Antetokounmpo. Give given 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. A couple of cracks at the line now.
Look. And committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by Teague.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was...
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter.
I got ball. I got ball.
Trae Young, down low to Williams. Lou Williams. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Bucks in command of this one. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Another follow, stays out. Another follow, still no good. To Trae Young. Almost unlucky bounce. Holiday to Lopez. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Lopez. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Drew Holiday. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. And he makes them both. Done. Down for Collins. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Passed it off. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Chris Dunn. Hill shot off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Beyond the arc for 3. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Gets to the basket and scores.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Brook Lopez able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Chris Middleton at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Done. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo in the painted area.
That's it? That's all the celebration I get? I wanted to see a little bit more off that one.
Done. And he'll go to the foul line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Tucker, Capella's on him. Knocked loose. Oh, the whistle. Okay, take your hands off of me.
Those
Middleton buries it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
DiVincenzo to Middleton. For 3, rebounds taken in by Atlanta. Hawks have it. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Count it.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Williams. Short jumper stays out. DiVincenzo.
Watch the pick. You see it. You see it.
To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. Knocked loose. Bogdanovich here against P.J. Tucker. And scores. Strong take.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
It's Atlanta ball. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Holiday to Antetokounmpo. Holiday. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Holiday. Williams across the timeline. Down a bundle. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Middleton. Antetokounmpo. To Holiday. Antetokounmpo. Holiday. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. It's the Hawks with the basketball. Williams. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Love the hustle. Sprawled out on the deck. Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a buck. So this remains Hawks basketball. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Williams into the front court. He'll run the offense. Short jumper won't go down. DiVincenzo to Antetokounmpo. Now a steal by Atlanta. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Lays it up and in.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Short jumper won't fall.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
DiVincenzo. Five on the shot clock for Milwaukee. To Antetokounmpo. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Hawks with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Williams hits the three-pointer.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. John Collins rejects it. Scooped up, going the other way. Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Fires the three. Won't go down. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Screen coming. To Williams. Trying to cash in. Here's the step back.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
The Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to DiVincenzo. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Williams into the front court. His guys down big. To Kevin Huerter. Fine to shoot for Atlanta. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Lopez. Antetokounmpo. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Williams. Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Danilo Gallinari. Huge block. Bucks recover.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Williams to Kevin Huerter. To Williams.
Okay, you got a big screen.
The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Williams. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Antetokounmpo. Clint Capella. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
24-second violation. Deep three at the buzzer. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks dominated this game from beginning to end. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Hawks seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging.
And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Assists.
The Milwaukee Bucks showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.